Hey guys, an anxious man here. It is Thursday, October 3rd, 6:15 p.m. Doing my Thursday YouTube recording. I'm not sure what I'm gonna quite sure, but not quite sure what I'm gonna call my Thursday episode. Um, I don't know if I should have a running theme or excuse me or what. But basically, it's like 4 days in a row recording, as I've said in other videos, and I'll stop repeating myself at the end of this week probably. Hopefully, excuse me. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm recording on Instagram, and Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm making these YouTube videos because I want to show some love to my YouTube channel. Maybe get some more subscribers, reach more people. Again, my number one goal, as I've said, is I want to give people my advice, and I really genuinely want to help other people. I mean, I guess a consequence of that would be getting more subscribers, people commenting, getting more views, etc. But I don't know. I'm not like really like looking to make like advertising money or the Patreon stuff, which people do, which I think is great. Once the channel gets big enough, I guess you need that stuff to pay for people to edit it or pay for graphic design or whatever. I said my number one goal now is and will be until, I don't know, something happens, I guess. I have no idea what it is. It was just to help people. Now, I've been just basically this first week documenting just what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how it's going. So basically, my daily rundown is to go to bed by between 9 and 10 o'clock, wake up at 4 a.m., do yoga, meditate, eat, and then I have tasks that I want to do. Now, this week, mostly the past 3 days, I've been relaxing. Today, I ran some errands. I actually went to Staples today. I had to get some things. You got to get things. I got these cointainer things because I have all this change, and I was like, you know what? Let me actually like put them in containers because they won't take it at the bank if you just bring a bag of coins, like it's 1852 or something. So tomorrow I'll go to the bank, make a deposit, and drop off all these coins and just put the $150. It takes you like a year and a half, 2 years to like fill this bin up, and you're like, I got $1,000,000. It's like it's $157, which is still whatever, but I think it's just funny. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I need to get 2 bags of those things, and I used half a bag of one. So now I'll have cointainers. They're called cointainers. I'll have them forever. So I did that today. I wanted to eat. I had my endoscopy yesterday. They put me under, went down my throat. They wanted to see if I was pregnant or whatever. I don't know what they were looking for, but supposedly everything was good. So yesterday I had to kind of go easy on the food I was eating, and I've been eating a lot. I've been home, not working, and I'm just like every 2 hours I'm just like I'm hungry. I'm like a marathon sprinter, except I definitely am not doing any of that. So today I had for the second time, the Burger King Impossible Whopper, which if you're a vegetarian or vegan out there, it is fucking delicious. So I ran some errands. I was out and about a little bit today. Now I'm recording, and then I have some shit I'm doing later, and then again I go back to my routine, trying to get to bed before 10. Now, what I want to talk about today in the video is like the importance of sleep. Now, those of us with anxiety, I think for the most part, we kind of know how it affects our sleep. Some people, I think, with anxiety or depression, excuse me, when I talk, I just go, ugh. This isn't helping. What's happening is, I think it goes to the extreme either way. Some people might sleep too much. They're constantly lethargic and tired. They have lack of energy. And some people don't sleep enough. Now, I think one can affect the other in the sense of if you're not getting enough sleep, you have lack of energy, poor decision making, you're susceptible to anxiety. So you can look it up. There's like tons of articles. Some of them are just lists like top 10 things to show you that you're going to die if you don't go to sleep. Not to make a joke out of it, but yeah, there's lots of stuff out there. And you'll find that it's pretty much all the same. Your decision making goes out the window. Critical thinking goes out the window. Irritability goes up, aka anxiety, things like that. Lifespan goes down. So it's just a scientific fact. People who don't get enough sleep, less than 6 hours a night, it shortens your lifespan. It opens you up to like other health issues, heart stuff, lung stuff, It actually makes a lot of sense. I'm sure Alzheimer's, all those things with the mind are also affected. But do your own research. So you're irritable, you're lethargic, you're tired, and then when the nighttime comes, either you fall asleep too early and wake up too early, and then you have this like broken sleep, or because I've had that, where I was going to bed at like 7:30, I was coming home from work and just passing out right after I ate dinner, and then waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and could not go back to sleep, and then I'll have to be at work again until 7 or 8. So what would happen is I'd be up till 5:30, then pass out, then get to work late, and just there's a few months last year where my days were just it was weird. I was going to bed way too early, waking up way too early, not getting enough sleep, broken sleep. It's bad. So the irritability that you're going to get, is definitely going to manifest itself as anxiety, because what's going to happen is every little thing is going to seem much bigger than it is, and they're going to mount up and pile up, and then you're going to have a panic attack. I mean, just when I was not getting enough sleep, this is speaking from personal experience, I was on the brink of anxiety, the brink of panic daily, and I did have quite a few panic attacks, but pretty often back in those days when I was really sleeping poorly. And then the irritability also, it affects your decision making. So you're not using the sensible, conscious part of the brain. The lower brain, or I guess the amygdala in the center of the brain, right? I think it's where it is. I don't know brain geography, but you're going to be more susceptible to just making poor decisions. And what happens is, and I think we all forget this, that when you have anxiety, you'll get thoughts that are completely irrational. That's kind of the crux of anxiety. It's like the irrational thoughts, irrational fears, the chatter. It all kind of coalesces into this stream of bad thoughts that essentially just kind of narrate your reality. That's the way that's how I would put it. So you have bad information because you're not sleeping, you're anxious, you're in a high state of panic. Then the information that you're, to combat that, you're like, oh, this is what it is, and this is what I have to do. And it's just more bad information. Like, oh, I have all these symptoms. Let me just start Googling myself at 1 o'clock in the morning. That'll make me feel better. If I just find out exactly what it is, A, you're not going to find out exactly what it is. B, nothing's going to make you. That's not going to make you feel better. You're just taking a bad state of mind does not create good thoughts. I mean, that's the simplest way I can put it. I don't have the vernacular. I'm not a doctor. So your irritability goes up, the anxiety goes up, the decision making is poor, the frustration goes up. All these things happen when you have lack of sleep. Now, I bring it up because last night I had this issue. I'm not working anymore, so I'm not really burning up a lot of energy. So 9 o'clock came around, I was like, I'll stay up till 9:30. As long as I'm in bed by 9:30, I'm good. Around 9:30, 9:38, I think it was, which is still pushing it. I turned Netflix off. I'm trying to watch screens at least a half hour to an hour before I go to bed. But I put my music on, and I just, I lay there. I'm tired. At least 30 minutes go by. So let's say I was finally sleeping around 10, maybe the latest 10:30. I mean, I wasn't looking at the clock. I'm not getting quite enough sleep, so my alarm goes off at 4. This morning I woke up and just went right back to sleep. I think I got up officially at like 5:30, which again, 5:30 in the morning is not late. Even if I was still going to work, 5:30 in the morning is fine. I could still get to work on time. However, I'm not too angry at myself. I'm not like, it's the whole thing is like I'm trying to do these changes. I'm trying to change. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time, accountability, patience, persistence, all those things. It was a little frustrating. I mean, I still did my yoga this morning. I've been doing 10 minutes a day. Today was the 4th day. 10 minutes of meditation. And then I make myself breakfast, and I basically, I had a little bit of a time, and then I was running errands. I was, because I'm home. I live with my family, so I had to take other people places this morning, and then, like I said, did my errands. So I'm awake. I'm not getting in bed. I'm not laying down. I'm actually making my bed in the morning. I know it sounds funny, but making your bed in the morning is a huge thing. It's almost like it's mostly psychological. I mean, I only use the comforter. I'm not like under the sheets, like curled under the blanket. So basically in the morning, I just, my sheets are intact. I put my pillow back in place and just kind of lay the comforter back on nice and neat. Now, just is psychologically, for me, I never made my fucking bed, ever. I might have had spurts here and there where for a few days I did it, but I'm doing it every day because there's something about when you walk in and out of your room and you look over and the bed is made. It's almost like the tone of the day. It helps. I don't know if in and of itself it's setting the tone of the day, but it helps. When you come in your room, you're like, all right, that's done. That bed is it just looks clean and neat. And I don't know if it's the obsessive compulsive part of my brain or what it is. I have no idea. But what I can tell you is that it feels awesome. It's just one of those things. So as time goes on, I have I have a list of things on my phone. I made myself an actual list. I'm going to write this list down somewhere out here on a whiteboard. I bought a little whiteboard today. I have another big whiteboard just so I can actually cross them off. Like actually look at them, say, okay, this is done, and cross it off. I think that's important too. So actually see the progress. Create this list of things, responsibilities, goals, plan, whatever you want to call it, and you can cross them off. Now I have 2 months, but a lot of the stuff I want to get done in the next couple days. So I'm going to be moving along. I'll keep you guys up to date on my progress. Tomorrow I'm actually, I have things. So tomorrow I'm actually recording a comedy podcast that I haven't done in a couple of years with a friend of mine, at an actual studio right here in my town. So I might film a little bit of that tomorrow and put that on the IGTV video. Maybe. The podcast will be up. I'll share the link to it. It's called The Big Bucket of Chicken. It's an old radio show we used to have in college, and it was just the two of us kind of fucking around. Should be fun. But yeah, just accountability. But I think all of it hinges on your sleep. And that's what the core of today's video is. I always used to say this to myself: the best way to have a good day, tomorrow is having a good night's sleep. So my day kind of begins before midnight. So in the past, it was I need to be in bed before midnight, because the way I looked at it was, once I went to bed after midnight, it was already the next day. Even if it was 12:30, I am now in the next day trying to go to sleep and wake up in the same day. If you kind of look at it like that. So you want to go to sleep the night of the day before, even if it's 11:30, 11:45, you're still in the other day. Psychologically, I think it makes a huge difference. Now I'm shooting for 9:30, 10 being the latest. This is new. Before, maybe when I was a kid, I had a bedtime. Ever since I was in high school, bedtime, all that stuff was out the window. And I haven't had one in the past 20 years. So I'm trying to undo 20 years of just bad sleep habits, which lead to bad morning habits, bad daily habits, anxiety, panic, depression, all these things that kind of, it really is, I think, it may not be the whole thing, but I think it hinges on your sleep. How much sleep I get, how much energy I have the next morning, what kind of mental state I'm in, psychological state, all those things. So just kind of giving you guys a heads up, I am struggling. Not incredibly, not a lot. I'm not oh god, but it's actually a little bit harder than I thought. I thought I was going to be able to just lay in my bed at 9 o'clock and, between 9 and 10 just pass out, and it's not the case. I'm addicted to the, staring at the stupid fucking Instagram or watching Netflix. I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so there's that thing in there, oh, I don't have to be up, but I am holding myself accountable. It's a new animal. It's a whole new animal I'm trying to wrangle, and I don't really have quite the tools. I thought I did. A lot of things seem easy on paper or in your head. You're I could just do this and just completely reinvent my whole life in a week, and not so much. But I am sticking to, like I said, I'm doing yoga every morning, just doing 10 minutes. Next week I'll probably jump it to 15 or 20, or maybe integrate 10 minutes of yoga and 10 minutes of yoga stretching. There seems to be 2 different types of videos on YouTube I want to look into a little bit more. And I do 10 minutes of meditation. And then there are things I want to add to my morning. I want to do meditation outside. It has been kind of rainy the last couple of days, so I could see how that's not going to work every day. I also want to just do things outside. A big part of me being happy about having my furlough in October, November, is I'm actually, for the first time since I was a kid, because, when you're a kid, even though you have school or whatever, you spend a good portion of the day outside as much as you can. You get up from school at 2 or 3 o'clock. You still got an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours of daylight. So we were outside until it was dark. And you actually are for me, it's in the autumn, seeing the leaves that are still kind of green, then they're going to start going red and yellow and then brown. And I kind of want to be outside to witness that. I don't want to see it from my window. I even though I work outside, I kind of experience all the seasons, the summer, spring to the summer to the fall. I can't really take more than a 30-minute lunch to sit down and appreciate it. So I'm really going to try to use this time for so many things. And I know I've said to myself I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, and I don't think I am. I'm not like trying to like. It's not like a test I have to study for. Like I have to go outside and watch the leaves change. Like sitting out there like stare at them. I just want to be more present, more in the moment. And so far so good. I don't want to make it seem like I'm failing. I'm just saying the sleep thing is important. I want to hit home with that, but it's not that easy, and I get it. If you guys want to talk to me about it, you're having trouble sleeping, you're not sleeping, or you're sleeping too much, all that stuff I want to hear from you guys. But we're just over the 15-minute mark here. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you look in the description, you'll see my Instagram. It's @_an_anxiousman_. You can watch my IGTV videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and of course here on YouTube you can see me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to be putting a link up for the Anchor, so I'm going to be putting podcasts up throughout the week. I have not done any this week yet, most likely this weekend, but you'll see all the links and stuff like that in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Anxious Man over and out. Peace.